All right, I think we're live. It says we're live. It's counting. Okay, cool. Gelato Man's here. Apologize about that. I'm reading something about live chat on here and I'm slow. So check it out. We're making bass today. It's something I'm not slow. I've been doing it for 20 years. I'm quick, much quicker in figuring out how to use my YouTube stuff. So we're going to start by cleaning the pasteurize out, making sure it is all shiny and sparkly. And get all the water out. Water is the enemy of gelato. When gelato is frozen, a little drop of water creates a thing of ice. Ice is no good. I want my recipe to be 100% solid. Okay. There we go. I was reading something on my live chat where it says, do I want to start a poll? I should. I should start a poll. I'm going to start a poll. My poll will be, I don't know. I can't think of no poll. Right now, I think of this. We're going to make some bass real quick. Get this done. See how nice and shiny that is? Inside the cylinder in here is nice and clean and dry. Hit it with some bleach water, scrubbed it down. Put the deal on. Let me get some gloves. We'll get down to some recipe. I got to close the spout. This is the spout. That's where it comes out. All the hot bass. Close that up. I use that wrench because the machine's kind of old. I've been rocking this machine for 20 years now. It hasn't failed me yet. It's got its little corks here and there. So it needs a little wrench to help turn that. Okay. We get some gloves on. Let's make some recipes. Okay. Extra large. And I filled these gloves up like I need to buy double X gloves if they make them. I haven't seen them. Okay. First thing we're going to do is some cheese. Cheese tastes better than cream. That's for sure. Ice cream, no good. Gelato, mamma mia. Okay. It's amazing. Right there. Put some cheese up in there, bad boy. I weigh everything out. We rock the kilos. Not none of this pounds and ounces. Boy, we go kilos and grams around here. Keep it Italian, 100%. Okay. A lot of cheese. Cheese just tastes better to up the fat content. No heavy cream. We ain't making Alfredo sauce. We're making gelato. Cooking some bass today. Anytime you cook sugars, sugars change flavors, as you know. So why would I want to do cold process when I got a beautiful pasteurizer? I got these incredible recipes doing hot processing. Please. There we go. Back in the day, some grandma would cook their gelato on a stove. We cook it in a big pasteurizer. Okay. I use all kinds of expensive sugars. We'll be putting 3 different sugars in this. There's sugar number 1. Got another bag here. Excuse me for having to run and get this. I should have checked to make sure I have all the sugar I need. This bag here is 50 kilos, over 50 pounds. So I'm very careful when I open it. One, because the thing costs $90 a bag. That's for one. So I want to make sure I ain't open it in any kind of sloppy matter where I waste. No food waste, please. At least that's what I tell myself. There we go. And that's my workout. Lifting that big bag up. Woo! And stop right on the money. Went a little over. There we go over. No big deal. That's why they make these. There we go. Okay, ammonodextrose. Done deal. Ammonodextrose. Stabilizer. That I get from Italy. Very little. Little stabilizer goes a long way. All right. We'll rock some sugar now. Regular sugar cane. I've been buying this sugar a little cheaper than regular bleach sugar. They don't spin the molasses out of it. And I really like it. But every time I buy it, I use it all up right away. Some sugar cane. And some real expensive rock star stuff. Some crystalline fructose. Woo! That's a lot of money in a bucket already. I went 20 grams over. So I pull a chunk out. Now I'm 3 grams over. Pull a smaller chunk. There we go. Now we're on it. On the money. Very cool. Okay. So now we're going to add some liquids up in here. Mixture. Some milk and water. Half and half, actually. You know, a little safety seal on these things. I can't stand the safety seal on these. I'll sit here all day long trying to pick that little film that you pull the little tab. I can't stand it. I'll buy any kind of dairy that doesn't have no damn tab. Sierra Farms has that tab. Sierra Farms from California. So Walmart doesn't have it. Their milk comes from, it's like Missouri, right? One of those states over there. And a little bit of water. Distilled water, of course. Water with no flavor. Flavorless water. Okay. Lastly, and very importantly, egg yolk. We do old style gelato here. We don't do that new crap where it comes in a bag and you just add milk. Garbage. It's an old stabilizer. Old tricks are the best tricks. Better believe it. All that new crap, oh, you better call the police on that. It's a danger. If it's old, the truth can be told. If it's new, it's just untrue. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to blend it up very gently because it's pretty full. That is about 5 1/4 gallons worth of liquid and sugar. Very little liquid, lots of sugar magic. I don't want to spill. There's one thing I'm good at is spilling, or I can make a mess in a heartbeat. Okay. So I wanted to get all the cheese. The chunks were floating to the top, but it must have went down about that much with the sugar and the air. You beat it all out of there. Go over here to the pasteurizer. We double check. This is closed because if I put the liquid in, guess what happens? It will start coming right out the little spout. And like I said, we ain't messing around with no waste. Okay, I would scrape it all out, but we're going to do the same thing over again. So if you missed something the first time, we're doing it again. We make a lot of base around here. We rock a lot of product. So we double up on everything. Okay. So let's start again. In case you missed the first part, cheese ups the butter fat. Tastes better than cream. Cream don't taste good. Cream tastes good in your Alfredo sauce. Tastes good in your coffee. Tastes good in your cappuccino. You need it in your whipped cream, but you don't put it in your gelato. Come on, this ain't ice cream. Ice cream's for some American company making some damn ice cream. Okay, we're making gelato here. We're keeping it Italian. All right. Last time I was in Italy learning how to make gelato back in the day, all the dairy came in one container that wasn't refrigerated, wasn't pasteurized, wasn't homogenized. It was like right from the cow into a little container. Once you opened it, it'd have like maybe 12 hours, 24 hours before it started going bad. Very different than the dairy we have here in these States. Stuff we have here, they beat all of the, they pasteurize all of the life out of it. So it has no good bacteria, no bad bacteria. It is absolutely empty calories. I guess they do it because they want everyone to be safe. It's crazy. All that safety, health goes out the window. Okay. See if I can nail it this time. Right on the money. This is my lifting weights for the day. My workout. Here we go. Come on. Almost. Almost. 10 more grams. 10 more. There we go. Like I said, if you're just tuning in, we don't play the pound and ounce game. We keep everything kilos, grams. We keep it, one thing the United States is good at is keeping the metric system down. Boy, any metric system here, you cut off. So I'm making it Italian style, and guess what? They use the metric system in Italy, so I use the metric system here. That's how I learned how to make gelato. That's what I do. You have to excuse me, I got to get something from the back. I'm going to take you with me. I buy everything by the case. So I got a big old case. Oh, while we're here, we're going to do a load of the laundry. There we go. A load of laundry. Clean rags come out. Dirty rags go in. There they go. Real quick and fast. Soap. Real hot water. These are just rags for the store. Lots of this because rags get nasty. It's a lot for a little load, but guess what? I need that stuff to be clean. Throw some bleach in there. That's how I do it. I don't know. My wife does all of the laundry at home. She does so amazing. I do this, so if I mess my rags up, so what? I buy some more. There we go. Laundry time. Gotta have clean rags in the store constantly. Okay. Bear with me here, guys. I'm almost done. Got what I needed. Let's go. Got some stabilizer from Italy. It's one of the few things I buy from Italy. Buy some stabilizer. I buy some mint. That's about it. So the stabilizer here is a much higher quality. I mean, in Italy, it's much higher quality than any stabilizers here in the United States. Most stabilizers here in the United States are geared for stupid stuff like making ice cream. I don't do stupid stuff. Yep, stupid is on the bus and stupid is out of town. That's what I like to say. Okay, let's get some sugar. I had an order from Cisco. For those who don't know, Cisco is one of the largest restaurant distributors in the United States. Get the big 50-pound bags from them. They carry them here and deliver them right to my door. You can't go wrong with that. Great salespeople. They're really, really helpful. Okay. There we go. Workout number 2. This is lighter in the other bag, though. Over 3 kilos. There we go. And the very expensive stuff. Crystalline fructose. This stuff ain't no joke. Hard to buy, too. I buy directly from Tate & Lyle. I cut the middleman out. Okay. Get some liquid in there. Measure everything out. I don't leave nothing to chance. The weight on these containers ain't the same either. You go to the grocery store, you go to the store, you buy something. It tells you how many grams are in the container. BS. There's no consistency. Sometimes they're a tad over, rarely. Most of the time, they're under. So if you're depending on your recipe being exact 100% of the time, all the time, you better throw that on a scale. All right, and a little extra water to make up for the weight that should be in those that's not in them. I want to see how much. Look how much is there. Talking about maybe 40 grams. 40 grams is a lot when you think you're paying for what you're getting, and you got to add a little water to make the ends meet. Liquid is liquid, though. So I need liquid in the recipe. Like I was saying, 100% egg yolk. We do things old school. This is old stabilizer. It's good stuff. I use very little bit of stabilizer from a bag. Lots of natural stabilizer. Keep it real. Keep it old school. Here we go. Let's blend that up carefully. I work my way down with because it's all filled with sugar, very little liquid. Knocks all the air out the sugar. There we go. Make sure I get all of that cheese. I don't want chunks of cheese. Now, honestly, I could put all that in the pasteurizer, and the pasteurizer could blend it, but I don't want to work the hell out of my pasteurizer. This machine costs a great deal of money, and I don't need it to be working that hard when I can make it work real hard with this blender of mine, industrial blender, instead of making my industrial pasteurizer, taxing it. So now we're going to go ahead and scrape all that out the bottom of the bucket so it gets all in there. Make sure you can see it. That's all my recipe. It's got to be 100%, which means all got to be in there. Can't be hanging out in the bucket. Okay, interesting way I start the pasteurizer. A magnet. With the magnet on, runs the pasteurizer. Nothing's dripping out of the deal. It's nice and close. We're good to go. While that's going on, we're going to count out some milk. Okay? We'll count it out. We need lots of kilos of milk. So, in the meantime, let me throw this stuff away real quick so we don't have too much of a mess. There's a little room in here. Getting the job done, doing it right. Okay. Here we go. These ones don't have the little safety tab. I can't stand that little plastic thing in there. Want to talk about something to slow you down and make an extra milk mess? Okay. This says it contains 378 liters. It had more liters in it. It had 387. So it had almost 90 grams more of milk than what it's advertised on the bottle. Now, granted, I'm not going to complain. They're giving me more milk for what I'm paying for. But if I want my recipe to be right 100% of the time, I can't trust that the milk carton is going to give me the same weight in milk 100% of the time. That's why I throw everything on the scale. I throw everything on the scale. I don't know why they pack them so big now. Usually they're under, never over. Maybe because it's close to the Christmas time or something. They want to stuff their milk cartons. The extra. People are making recipes at home, I guess. Homeschool stuff. So that one's done. We got more milk. I'm gonna fill this bucket up as well. More milk, milk all day long. Zero that scale out. I used to cut the milks open. For years, I didn't weigh the individual gallons. I just took a knife and slit it open. Oh, it was way faster. Trust me, we were saving time. But the recipes were not 100% correct 100% of the time because of the inconsistency of the amount of milk in every gallon. So, that's supposed to be 9. I went a little over. That's supposed to be 9 kilos of milk. I went 935. So there we go. Let's get it out of there. And put it back in here. It's mostly all foam. There we go. Almost there. So we're cooking. The pasteurizer cooks and blends. So if you saw me throw it in, turn that pasteurizer on. Right now that pasteurizer is heating that product up as it's moving the product around. So when I did the heavy blending here with my industrial blender, and I do the finishing home stretch on the pasteurizer, cooking it down, caramelizing those sugars, cooking all that ingredients in there, making it nice and perfect. Okay, so that's the melt. Get this over here. All right. Now we're going to set a few more things in place so that when the temperature gets, I'm going to show you the temperature on the pasteurizer here. I don't know if you can see it on this little LED. You see the LED? When it gets to at least 60 Celsius, okay, gets to 60 Celsius, that's when we're going to pull it out. I want it out of there. I want it to cook more at 60. You know, I can go to 70 and it'll still be cool. 80 starts getting a little burnt flavor. 90 is way too much. 90 Celsius is just under a boil. A little over 90, you start getting into boil territory. We don't want to boil milk. We ain't boiling milk. Haagen-Dazs had Haagen-Dazs has a burnt base flavor. They burn their base. I don't know why they burn their base. Maybe they burn their base because they need to find flavors and they don't want to add ingredients to get a more flavorful taste. So they burn what's there. I don't know. How could you? Okay, like Starbucks has a burnt bean flavor. Some people like a burnt bean flavor. Uh, Green Leaf Tea Place, they don't burn their beans. So um, Dutch Bros, I quit buying from them because they quit taking cash during the pandemic. And I ain't for that. I vote with my dollars, and they don't want my dollars. Like, peel them out and count them out like real money, and they don't have my business. I don't go to places that don't take cash. I won't. So that's just me. But they don't burn their beans over there as much. Their beans aren't as roasted as much as Starbucks. Starbucks really roasts their beans kind of hard. So Haagen-Dazs cooks the hell out of their product. I mean, you can taste burnt base. I taste it. And high quality ice cream has lots of butter fat. So when they add more butter fat, when you whip fat, it makes air. So you're really buying more air. So they have to compensate with saying, hey, our customers are eating more air. Air has no flavor. How can we make more flavors? They do it several ways. They do it with salt. Salt has a lot of flavor. They do it by burning ingredients. You know, when you burn something in the bottom of your pan, the whole recipe tastes burnt. Okay, that's how they do it. So they're compensating for their whole lot of air, which air don't taste good. Air don't have flavor. So then they compensate by putting ingredients in there that shouldn't be in there. I mean, like, what? Why should you taste so much salt? Why should you taste so much burnt? Okay, it's not an Italian thing to burn the hell out of something and you taste the burntness is a flavor in what you taste it. That's not the Italian food that my grandma made me. So take your time, you cook it properly, you do it right, you put the right ingredients in there, you make it rock and roll, you make it taste good from the start. You don't lower the bar. You don't lower the bar because some ingredients too expensive, and you don't lower the bar because you're interested in profits. So you keep it like you're making it for your family, like you want it to be amazingly good, and comfort food. And that's what gelato is. It's a comfort food. You grow up eating it, shit, you miss it. You miss it. You ain't eating the ice cream thinking it's the same as your gelato that you grew up with. So that's what I do. So right now we're at 41 Celsius. You got a little more ways to go. I'll show you the base. It's cooking up in there. So when the machine works like this. So when I turn this knob, it agitates the product in there more. I'll show you. Let's do that. I'll just do it a little. I'll turn it a little more, and you'll notice it's a bit rougher running in there. And then I'll turn it back down while you're watching that to where it was, and it gets a little calmer. So, and that's where I like it. As it's blending. I don't want it to splash everywhere, you know. I don't want it to be all on the walls either, taking the walls of my pasteurizer. If it agitates too much, it throws it all on the walls. And, you know, after every use, you scrub, you clean. I don't want to scrub harder because I got all my product up on the walls. I want my product in the bucket, you know. Okay, we should almost be there. We are at 46. A little more to go. Let's make an espresso while we wait. Okay, let's make a nice espresso. Dominico brought me these amazing cookies today. They're anisetti rather. Anisetti cookies. It tastes like my grandma's. The dude is amazing. Dominic the baker. Let's make an espresso while we wait. I love the Nespresso machine with the Nespresso pods. They're the best. If you're going to be drinking espresso, you might as well have the good stuff. A lot of those machines, they don't have a nice crema. A little crema on top of your espresso. That's like the best part, you know. It's the whipped cream on top. So I got a wholesale order just came in. I see the text message. That's cool. That's more gelato to make today. That's good because I'm making base and I'm ready. I'm ready for the mother load. So there it is. There's my espresso coming. Oh yeah, I wish I could drink these all day long. If you look how big that crema is. Yeah, that is nice. So we're gonna take the gelato out of the pasteurizer now. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them in the deal. I'll be more than happy to answer them as long as I'm not 100% giving away my recipes. My recipes are for sale. If you own a gelato company and you want to learn some massive secrets, I got a bunch. I've been doing it for 20 years now, a long time. And I keep getting better at it. I'm not content. I'm going for better every day I make it. Okay, we're at 56. So we're gonna start cooling it down right now. And how I cool it down is I turn the pasteurizer on cold. It blends and cools, and it cools quickly. And then I add in some cold product as well, and that helps. That helps bring the temperature down. Like I said, I'm not trying to overwork my old pasteurizer here. I don't want to buy a new one. I don't want to fix this one. So I don't tax the equipment. Okay. Put this over here so you can see what's up. This is a view. It's going to help cool it down. We're cooling the base down now. So the temperature's already come down to about 50. Remember when we were filling these up? Yeah, well, this is what we were waiting to do. Waiting for the right time to throw them in there. Here's the big boy. Okay. There we go. Now that it's more full, the pasteurizer, you can hear it. It's not as noisy. All that extra product in there has taken it. Now we're at probably 100, no, about 80 liters are in there right now. 80 liters of base. And we're going to start filling our base up right here. That's it. Gelato 101. Don't lower the bar. Do it old school. Do it right. Cook it. Don't use a bunch of Italian pre-made ingredients. Only use what you need to use. Nothing more. Other than that, make it yourself. Like I said, egg yolk is a good stabilizer. You don't want to use wheat stabilizers. You don't want to use gum stabilizers. You want to use that xanthan stuff is really good. I really like xanthan. I really do. Xanthan is pretty killer. It is a bacteria that they make into a powder. Looks like this. Xanthan's cool stuff. It's not a gar gum. It's xanthan gum. Locust gum is cool. It comes from a bean. Locust gum comes from a bean. Certain locust gums come from soybeans. Others come from other beans. Begins with a G, the name of the bean. Notice the base isn't smoking hot. It's nice and cool coming out. Plus, we're going to spend it real quick. We're making a lot of gelato today. I just wanted to do a little live stream, show some of the process I go through, show people the right way to do something. I'm tired of everybody doing stuff the easy way, the American way, like make a lot of money, get rich fast, sell a bunch of air by the scoop, ice cream crap. No, a solid product, low air, low air. They call it overflow, low overflow. So far we got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 gallons out of there. And there's more to come. Take the magnet off. That's the last of the deal. This is what it looks like from a bird's eye view. There's still a little bit of base in the machine coming out. And that will fill that last bucket. That concludes this live stream. You guys are cool who hung out with me all this time, checking out how we do things at Heaven on a Spoon. Eat lots of gelato. Make me proud. Ciao, ciao.